the talent's there. They're capable. It's just a matter of making it all happen at the same time. I love it. I love it to see the organization make a commitment to somebody who's part of the core, somebody who's obviously one of your best players on the team, one of the best catchers, if not the best catcher in all of Major League Baseball. So, I was glad to see for Cal individually, because, if he were to go through all of his arbitration years and everything, he wouldn't have been a free agent until he was 31. You don't know what kind of condition his body's going to be in by then. Is he still going to be in line for a big deal? So he's earned it. The guy's been everything you could want in a catcher. He's a leader. He knows how to work with that pitching staff. He knows how to work with the bullpen guys. He is dialed in with the right buttons to push with those guys. He's a tremendous player and just a great guy. So I love it. I love that the organization obviously recognized that and made that commitment. That's huge. I was very curious to see the mood of the team, the optimism, the lightness that was all there. It was interesting to see that they're able, and they have to as a professional athlete. You can't dwell on what didn't happen last year. You got to focus on what's in front of you, and that seemed to be universal. That there was just a lightness to everybody there and an excitement for the season to get going, and just I don't know, just the optimism is always there, as I said. But I was impressed by how eager and confident everybody seemed in what they have going forward. They seem to be at peace with who is in that clubhouse, and a lot of confidence in what they're going to be able to do. We saw 34 games last year, so I think even whether it was good or bad, it's unfair to say, well, that's who they are moving forward. Now, they were good, and you hope that that's who they are moving forward. But I think Dan's approach and Edgar's approach is just to simplify. I feel like, look, analytics are a big part of the game, and they can certainly tell a story, and they can certainly instruct and help game plan. But I think sometimes they can get a little muddy and get a little convoluted in terms of messaging with players, and I think a lot of that was happening. You saw it at the beginning of the year last year with Brant Brown and Jarrett DeHart. It wasn't sticking. Their message was not getting through. And then when Dan and Edgar came in, they simplified it. They made it simple. Go out there and do what you know how to do. See the ball, hit the ball, catch the ball, run. Just, not that they dumbed it down to that level, but they really simplified it. And I think you saw guys respond. And that seemed to be the same message out there from Dan this time, is that, go out and do what you do. You're here for a reason. You made it to this level for a reason. You're capable. You've done it. Most of you have shown you can do it at one point or another in your career. And don't overthink it. And I think there's going to be a simpler approach. And I love Dan's, approach of, look, every one of these games matters. It's easy to get caught up in the dog days of summer and go, it's hot. I'm sore. We still got 69 games to go. When you miss the playoffs by one game in multiple seasons, every game matters. And that's been his message. It's 162 and their individual battles. And I like that he's instilling that mantra, if you will, in that clubhouse. To see Mitch Garver do what he did in spring, he hit 333. He's got an on-base of over 400. Again, I understand it's spring. We'll see what happens in the regular season. But to have the season he had and finally see some success, put in the work in the offseason, then come to spring training and see success based on the work you put in, I think is a big deal. I think Randy Arozarena is primed for a bounce back year as well. Hopefully it's JP. Hopefully it's Polanco. Hopefully it's everybody. And I can't wait to see a full season of Victor Robles as well. But yeah, seeing those guys have some success. Polanco hit well in spring. Garver hit well in spring. Just a couple of guys that they would have been a difference. One game, those guys could have been a huge difference had they come close to just the back of their baseball card. So I'm optimistic about Arozarena. Maybe I'm a little more cautiously optimistic with Garver. I think there are a few. If the rotation can stay healthy, which, you're already starting out the year with George Kirby down, but hopefully that's not going to be a big deal. If they can stay healthy and be as productive as they were last year, as effective as they were last year. You saw it. You had a terrible offense last year, and you still missed by one game. And you look at where this offense ranked in just about every statistical category. They were not good. And it doesn't take much of a step forward to be better than what they were last year. So if the rotation can match what they did last year, and the offense can take just a minimal step forward, I think the rest of the division is down enough. Maybe I'm a little worried about the Rangers, but I think it's there for them. I just think you got to have a more consistent year from Julio. You got to have the other guys step up that we just talked about with Garver and Polanco and Arozarena. But the talent's there. They're capable. It's just a matter of making it all happen at the same time.